Hi friends, welcome to part 2 of class 10 science chapter 14 sources of energy. In the first video we have already discussed that all the sources of energy are classified into conventional sources and non-conventional sources. In this video we shall discuss the conventional sources of energy, that are fossil fuels, hydro energy, biomass energy and wind energy. So let's start. First, fossil fuels. So these are the fuels obtained from the dead remains of plants and animals. And they include coal, petroleum and natural gas. We are largely dependent on fossil fuels for most of our energy requirements. But using these fossil fuels has a lot of drawbacks, such as fossil fuels are non-renewable, and if we continue to use them at these alarming rates, then they would get finished. Second, air pollution is caused by burning of coal and petroleum products. Third, oxides of carbon, nitrogen and sulfur are released on burning of fossil fuels. This leads to acid rain, which affects our water as well as soil resources. Fourth, carbon dioxide gas is released on burning of fossil fuels. Excess carbon dioxide in the atmosphere leads to global warming. So now let us see the important uses of fossil fuels. One of the most important uses of fossil fuels is generating electricity in the thermal power plants. So a power plant in which the fossil fuel is burnt to produce heat energy, which is converted into electrical energy, is known as a thermal power plant. These thermal power plants are generally set up near coal or oil fields for convenience of transportation. Now let us see the process in which from these fossil fuels electricity is produced in a thermal power plant. So first, the fossil fuel is burnt to heat water. In this process, steam is produced. This steam turns the turbine, and this turbine further turns the generator, and in this process the electricity is produced. So now let's discuss the second conventional source of energy, which is hydro energy or hydropower. Another traditional source of energy is the energy of flowing water, also known as hydro energy. Hydropower plants convert the potential energy of falling water into electricity. 25% of the energy requirement in India is met by this hydropower plant. So now let us see how electricity is produced in a hydropower plant. Now let us see how electricity is generated in a hydropower plant. So first, high-rise dams are constructed on the rivers to obstruct the flow of water and to collect the water in large reservoirs. This water stored at a height has potential energy in it. Water from the higher level in the dam is carried through pipes to the turbine at the bottom of the dam. In this process, potential energy of water gets converted into kinetic energy. This flowing water rotates the turbine. The turbine further rotates a generator, and this generator produces electricity, which is then supplied to our homes. Now let us see the advantages and disadvantages of hydro energy. So the advantages of hydro energy are that hydro energy is a renewable resource and it doesn't cause pollution. On the other hand, large areas of agricultural land, human habitation and vegetation get submerged underwater in the dams, so they get destroyed. Second, vegetation which is submerged rots under anaerobic conditions and gives rise to methane gas, which is a greenhouse gas and responsible for global warming. Third, lot of people get displaced whenever the dam is built. The opposition to the Tehri Dam on river Ganga and Sardar Sarovar Dam on river Narmada are due to such reasons. Third, wind energy. So the kinetic energy of wind can be used to do work. This energy is harnessed by windmills. In the past, windmills were used to lift the water from the wells. But now we use windmills to generate electricity. Let us see how. So the rotary motion of the windmills is used to turn the turbine of the generator. A number of windmills are erected over a large area to produce electricity on commercial scale. This is known as wind energy farm. Now let us see the advantages and disadvantages of using wind energy. So the advantages of wind energy are that it is environmentally friendly and it is a renewable resource. On the other hand, wind energy farms can't be established everywhere, as minimum wind speed of 15 km per hour is required for the windmills to work. Second, wind energy farms require large area of land. For example, 1 megawatt generator requires 2 hectares of land. So you can imagine how much land is required to establish a wind energy farms. Third, initial cost of establishment of farm is quite high. And fourth, the tower and blades of the windmills need high level of maintenance. So due to high cost, more amount of land required and limited availability, wind energy is not used in commercial scale. Now let us see few important facts regarding wind energy. So the country producing largest amount of electricity from wind energy is Germany, and India ranks 5th in the list. The largest wind farm in India is near Kanyakumari and it generates 380 megawatt of electricity. The country of winds is Denmark, and 25% of electricity produced in Denmark is through wind energy. Now let us understand the fourth conventional source of energy, which is biomass energy. So first let us understand the meaning of the word biomass. The waste and dead parts of plants and animals are known as biomass. And biomass includes cow dung, plant materials such as residue after harvesting crops, vegetable waste and sewage. All this biomass is decomposed in the absence of oxygen to give biogas, also known as gobar gas. So, biogas is produced in a biogas plant. Now, let us understand the working of biogas plant. So first, a mixture of cow dung and water, known as slurry, is made in the mixing tank. So there is a mixing tank in which slurry is made, and slurry is nothing but a mixture of cow dung and water. Now from the mixing tank, this slurry is poured into the digester. And digester is a sealed chamber with no oxygen. Anaerobic microbes in the digester decompose complex compounds of slurry to generate gases like methane, carbon dioxide, hydrogen and hydrogen sulfide. This biogas is stored in the gas tank above the digester. Biogas is drawn through pipes for the use from this gas tank. Now let us see the advantages of biogas. So biogas is an excellent fuel and it contains 75% methane. It burns without smoke. It leaves no residue behind. It has a very high heating capacity. Therefore, it is used for lighting and cooking. The slurry left behind is used as an excellent manure and it is rich in nitrogen and phosphorus. And sixth, biogas provides an excellent and efficient method of waste disposal. So all components produced while making biogas are used and nothing is wasted. So this is all for today. In the next video, we shall discuss the non-conventional sources of energy. So stay tuned.